Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Memoriapolis. Now in the last episode, we had started building our first wonder, and we got politics going between various factions that have emerged in our districts. Today, I think we'll be well on our way to advancing to the next age, as we seek to really boost the population and keep up with their growing food demands. Now before I begin properly, there's a big change coming to my channel, and it's been one of the reasons that I went a few days without a video in this series and some others. I'm starting a new one. Starting a new channel called What Darren Plays City Builders. And as you can probably guess by the name, it's dedicated to uploading city builder content. This game, Memoriapolis, is a city builder. And so, from September 10th, 2024, all Memoriapolis uploads are going to go there instead. The same is true for Anno, Frostpunk, City Skylines, and well, pretty much any other city builder. Which leads to the natural question, why? Well, without going on too long, I found that over the years, uploading different types of content just has a little bit of a negative impact on YouTube, depending on the personality. But just for my long-form, series-based content, it's definitely happening. It's pretty obvious, really, but if YouTube feeds you a video, that is to say, it displays in a subscription feed or a home feed, and you don't click it, you scroll by, there's a little negative marker dropped on that video. It was fed to someone, they didn't watch it, can't be very interesting. So why does that happen? Well, over the years I've built up audiences for Stellaris, Total War, Imperator Rome, Anno, Satisfactory, and many other smaller in-between games such as this one. And when a series ends, or a new game is introduced, not everyone is interested, and so many people just scroll on by and watch what they're into. Some people watch multiple, some watch everything, and that's great. And you'll often find a lot of bigger creators, even channels that focus on city builders, might only do one video on a game like this. Even though the views are huge, they know that they don't need to follow it up with another one, because it's not their main kind of bread and butter. So this is kind of like a similar sort of thing. This is an attempt for me to avoid that little negative marker that is dropped when you scroll by videos, and just sort of kind of maybe build an audience around the same thing or really similar things. I've also created a channel called What Darren Plays Strategy, and this will be for games I'm anticipating like Civilization 7 or Ara History Untold, or just other strategy-focused games like Stellaris or whatever. I might not upload to that one for a little while, but if something really good comes along like those games, maybe I'll start a new series there. So, why not call it What Darren Builds, or What Darren Plans? Now, as cute as that might be, and it was very tempting, I think it's just tougher for name recognition. You know, people searching What Darren Plays, I'd rather that just kind of display things as best as possible, especially if there's even more in future. You know, I'm considering also a survival channel for games like No Man's Sky, for instance, as the updates for that game look awesome lately, so we'll think about it. And there's other games like The Forest, Sons of the Forest, these types of survival games are pretty cool. Anyways, so that's it. Future City Builder content will be uploaded onto What Darren Plays City Builders over the coming week, and we're well on the way to the first 1,000 subscribers already, so thank you. The links are on my channel in the description and the top comment. Hope you'll join me over there. I know it's a little bit of an awkward thing to do, but I do appreciate people sticking with it. I'll also be mentioning it frequently in these videos just to make sure everyone knows this week. Now, if it's a complete disaster and it doesn't work out, some people are a little concerned it might actually hurt everything. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it really was bad, then in a few months maybe I would just delete them and go back to this. But I'd hate to see that happen, because it would probably mean coming back to just doing content on this channel, but not really doing a lot of variety anymore, just really sticking with one or two games forever. But we'll see. Anyway, that's going to be it. That's all of that out of the way. Thank you for listening. Let's continue. Alright, so we're back in the game. So our wonder is under construction right now, the Mausoleum of Holocarnassus. Up here, 195 cycles to go. People pointed out in the comments of the previous video that the 1,250 cycles isn't for the end of the game, it's for the end of this era. That makes a lot more sense, because I was like, still antiquity and we're at 600? I wasn't too sure if I just wasn't advancing somehow. Satisfactions. Another thing I was constantly asking about was, how do we sort of keep up? Long story short, I know the answer better than I even know what the original question I had was, which is the second number here, which is obviously very small, is your total population. So it's how much satisfactions per category are you providing for creativity, safety, health, etc., out of all the people that you have in terms of population. So you just have to always keep up satisfactions with the population number you have, and then you get boosts and benefits because of it. Right now, we have all the boosts and benefits we can possibly get. There are 7 ranges, and this is the colors of each range. So it's pretty cool. It shows you. It actually tells you exactly what everything does. So we're totally maxed out and doing great. Apparently I'm awesome at this game, and I didn't even know it. I joke, really. But anyways, So that was satisfactions, and thank you to the comments that pointed that out. So we'll just let time play, see how things are going on. People wanted me to rebuild these ruins, so I think we'll do that. I'm just waiting on a little bit more workers to come in. We need 21, and this one also needs 21. We've pretty much got the materials, a little low on tiles. I've been trying to read a little bit more about the different factions, because we've got 2 of them here. With the red dot on them, it means that they have a tension active. So District Life faction is in harmony. They're totally fine. These 2 are fine. But these 2 are in tension with each other. And that's causing, like, slight negatives to sort of develop. And I guess we can see that here. Is it? There. An event is underway. Effective tension. So negative rallies, propagation from this faction. Lower chance of spreading positive rallies. And so on and so forth. So I guess you don't want conflicting districts and ideologies within those districts, right? Because it causes problems. This is the one we need to see. There we go. So I was also wondering which ones have the factions in them. It said it right here. Of course, Darren should read his UI. So without factions, it's a slightly paler version, or more opaque version of the less opaque, I should say, more transparent version of the colors. The more opaque version then has a faction within it. Not the clearest thing. I think a dot on the icon or something would probably be a little simpler to tell, but whatever, being very picky there. But it's just good to kind of know the different factions that we have. They're generating culture points for us. The culture points can then be used to advance this, which I'm still kind of learning about. This is cultural influence, obviously. We just get buffs as we feed into this bar. I assume that you get it all before you get to the next thing? No? I don't know. I can't remember. Sorry, I shouldn't say these things unless I know for sure. We'll find out as we go. Basically, I think it's possible to advance the age without getting everything, is kind of what I'm getting at. I don't think you have to necessarily get everything, but we'll see as we go. Anyway, time is still playing. We're at 24 now, so we can actually rebuild this. So we don't know what either of these are going to do, so let's just do that. So we have to choose our satisfactions. Now knowing about satisfactions, I actually find this to be a bit of an odd mechanic, because while the idea of, like, you need to provide health, safety, belonging, esteem, and creativity, that's super dope. Love it. It's kind of weird that you get to just choose 2 that go onto whatever building you're building. It's like, okay, fair enough. It's very, it's one of the more gamey effects, I think, on the game. But whatever. So we'll just look for the ones that are lowest, I guess, because we've maxed them all out at the moment. So belonging is quite low. We're already getting safety, so safety is quite low, but that's already locked in. So the next one then would be maybe health? Seems to be the lowest. Yep. So let's go with health and belonging. And it's 100 and 100 each. So they stay boosted. That boost, by the way, is giving us a reduction of food consumption by 15%. Speaking of, you can see food is slightly going down. We started with 1,000. It's now at 973. Gain negative 11. Yeah, so we're going to have to do something about that. We can't improve this because we need to find gold and we need to find iron, but I don't know how to get that yet. I don't think it shows me on the resources, does it? Sand, iron. Oh, there it is. Iron and gold. But I don't think I've got the blueprints for that yet. I'm assuming that we might need to advance or something, because it's not listed here. And I did have a look in between episodes to see if I could find it, but I can't. The other thing is optional. Trade with the outside world. We could maybe trade for it, actually. Excuse me. Many cities are beginning to spread across the continent. Their influence is growing, and it would be a good idea to open trade routes with them to exchange goods. So unlock the Macellum building. That's a service building, I would assume. Macellum, there it is. 2 slots, 900 blueprints. Give you the juice. All right, we need 15 workers for that, so we're just waiting there as well. And we want to improve food. So I'll probably need to build another farm, actually, before I do that. So let's do a farm out in this area. Now, to do that, we probably need to extend our proximity. We could go out... You know what we can also do, actually, thinking about it? We could extend this. It's got an improvement. So the radius is 115. This would be a radius of 132. It seems so small, but might be better than building a brand new one. Let's try it out. My gut tells me just build a different one, because it seems like you'll only get a marginal increase. But we'll get the marginal increase and then we'll build a new one. How about both, huh? Alright, so that's upgrading as well. We could do it to this one, if you wanted to get a little further out that way. And there's another one over there. So these are extending our influence, basically, of where we can build. This will extend it as well quite dramatically. We could probably remove that actually once this is built, thinking about it. The reason I mention this is because they are limited. We've got 7 that we can use in total. And we've been getting more every time we advance our town center. Alright, the Druids of the Isle of Man are at the gates of your city. So they're like an education one. 2 cultural points between 0 and 0.3 depending on the tax. Yeah, I think, I don't know if factions are like underdeveloped, but they all seem to kind of do the same thing. They like the Hippocratic doctors and the Schola. They get increased trust if you've built these things. We get 0.2 education cultural points. This gets us 0.1, this gets us 0.2. I don't know what dictates whether or not you get 0.2 or 0.1. Because our production focus is all giving us 0.1 actually. But education is giving 0.2 and that's 0.2. It's not, doesn't seem to be based on trust. Because these are in the same category. Yeah, so I'm not too sure, but whatever. And it's not a tension thing either. Alright, so they've joined us. All good. How many workers now? 15. Is this built? Right, so this is... that was it? Wow. Yeah. Totally not noticeable at all. But, okay. Let's build another one then. On from that. Right about there. 2 workers, and once that's done, we'll put down a new farm because food is evaporating. By the way, having have some of the things, every episode I'm learning more, but you know, having had some of them click a little bit more with me, I think this game is awesome, so cool, and seeing like a little bit further into the game from other creators, it's like wow, the game gets really, you get a big population basically. So I'd like to go a bit quicker. Oh, right. Sorry, I was waiting for time to go by. Looks like it pauses automatically when you start building. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what was happening in the previous episode when I kept saying, like, oh, sorry for pausing. By the way, I love the look of the art style of the game. Humankind had a very similar sort of thing where people and things moving around are really small. They're like pixels on the screen almost. And I really quite like that. I would love to make one day... You know, I like my Roman games. I'd love to make a Roman map game where it's almost like Imperator Rome or something, or that kind of perspective where you're pretty zoomed out. Maybe like even something like this, but you do see towns maybe kind of expand a little bit. But I'd love to see just those little things moving on the map. Just dots basically moving across. I think it'd do a lot for the game. And have some birds flying overhead and the clouds moving on the map. I love all that kind of stuff. I think it adds a lot of atmosphere to it. And just seeing like little trade boats going back and forth. Oh yeah. Anyways, so is that done? God, yeah, it has such a small radius. It's crazy. Don't think we need to give it an improvement. We'll just leave it as is. It doesn't seem worth it. Let's get that small farm now, right on the edge. That's as far out as we can pretty much go, right? I can't go there. It has to be within the circle. And we'll say, give me the full 12 farms, please. 18 people, plus another 12, potentially. Hopefully that will fix food. Food might go into a deficit just as we get this, though, thinking about it. Wood is totally full right now, so I'd like to get that trader building. I'm gonna sell them. Needs 15 people. Maybe somewhere here would actually be kind of nice. It actually, I think it has attraction. Oh, sorry, you have to put it down to see that, don't we? Oh no, it does say it there. Nope, that's not attraction, that's just health. My bad. So you do have to put that down to see it. Yeah, the attraction is a magnet symbol. 150. So our current attraction, maybe up here then. Seems like a better spot. Oh, that's done, by the way. I didn't even check it out. We got a castrum, a fortified square where soldiers live. Holy crap, 500 attraction. It's huge. That might be the most attraction any building has, apart from the main town center. Your food stocks are low. Don't worry, we're on it. It's fine. This operation, the building mobilizes 21 workers. Wow. Yeah, see, that's an interesting thing, because it's like, well, do I want a military building? I'm not trying to focus on military or anything like that. It is a benefit to, if you can sustain all types of factions and grow them all together, that's great. But they have tension with each other, so you kind of have to pick and choose, I feel like. To some extent, unless you're really good at the game and you can handle them all. I'll leave it there for now. Quite cool looking building. But yeah, sorry, let's just get that trader building. So yeah, this will be a pretty big area for attraction, and with whatever that's going to be. Just stick it somewhere here, give it some, actually, yeah, give it some room for buildings to develop around it. 150, 200 radius. Right, so let's see what else we're low on. 1600, 1300. So this is already giving me health, so that's fine. 13, 12, 15, and 16. Alright, so we need safety and belonging. 250, 250. Easy. This can be rebuilt. We've got the resources, just not the manpower just yet. Now, every farm that gets built is going to take one worker from us. And then what we can also do is improve this when we get a few extra workers. Although, you know what I could even do to boost this along? Let's turn off the carver. Turn off the quarry. Turn off the tilery. Just get back a lot of workers for now, because we've got good resources. Some of these things are filling up. What's this? A city under tension. Friction between new groups of citizens. Oof, 4 of our factions are now annoyed with each other. Which, from what I was reading, just happens. It's like nothing you can... It's to do with where they are, and when they're next to each other, they just can. That can happen. So you kind of have to build. If you know, the military guys being all the way out here is good because they're probably very unlikely to have a tension with anyone over on this side of the city, right? But you know, if I could go back in time and change what I was doing, putting down education buildings near the production buildings, not a good idea. You should spread them out as much as you can within the radius that you can build. That's kind of the challenge of the game, right? Keep things as far from each other as possible unless they're the same ideology, and then you're working to expand your borders all the time. So it's awesome. I think it's so cool. I just wish I knew that from the beginning, but still fine. We can learn and adapt and change things around as time goes on. So our farms are doing well, 5 food per cycle each. We can now do our improvement. Let's do that. I think that actually stops new farms being built for a little while until this comes into effect. Now, if this negative, because we're at 0 food, this negative is building up. And if that reaches 75 cycles without food, you get a big negative that stays there for a bit longer. So hopefully this farm will fix it. Population's growing all the time. We've already gained 200 people. Alright, I'll just speed it up because we're really just staring at food right now. The trade place is actually done. Wow. Open panel. So this is... Open a trade route, sell or buy resources. Okay. A large market and the beating heart of the city's commerce. Its locations are restricted, but it plays an important role in people's lives as a supply source of food and exotic goods. Well, we could trade for food, seeing as we're a bit desperate. Ancient trade. Trade routes can be opened in foreign lands to buy, sell, or trade resources at varying prices. Depending on the trust of the factions, there are hidden routes. Oh. Unlockable in age. I wonder what age. Right, so these guys all have different things. We have Aquincum, Sparti, and Wasset. Oh, and actually they have a limit to how much gold they have. When caravans are not active, this trade route generates 1 gold coins of passive income per cycle. Specificity, that's one of my favorite words. Shout out to Christopher Nolan, if you know, you know. The trade routes have varying distances, and trade goods can take longer or shorter depending on these. Buying a trade route and not using it yields gold coins. Oh, okay. Do we get to see the distance? Yes, 40 cycles, 20 cycles, and 30. Oh, and they have an affiliation too. Well, we want to go with the production guys, right? We'll buy food from them. I don't know if we want to do that. It just seems like it would make sense, but... It's a river in the city of the Empire of Aegyptus. The Nile was used to transport heavy goods such as rubble and wooden beams. And food, right? Grain. Let's get it. Unlock for 100 gold. Give me some food. So we're... give me 500. How much is that? Wow, it's a lot of money. Okay. 0.9... Oh, it's pretty much 1 gold per food. Okay, let's do 250 then. Alright, 224 gold coins. Do we want to sell? I suppose let's do a little back and forth. I'll sell you 300 wood. I'll gain 437? Wow. Wood is more valuable than food. 2.2 to 0.9. Jeez. Okay. Give me 500. Let's try to balance this. Well, it's a bit of a waste in some ways. I should probably buy sand. Because... Okay, hang on. Although that's very expensive. Yeah, let's just go with 500 and we'll sell the food. We'll make the money. No big deal. Now, that's happened instantly, which is great. But it did say something about, like, it takes 20 cycles for that to happen. Yeah, just yield gold every cycle that you're not trading. So the caravan will be back in 20 cycles. Got it? Okay, cool. Got it. We're almost at cycle 700 now. That's pretty straightforward, a little exchange of resources. How's food now? It's now gaining, actually, so it looks like we're ahead of it. We've just upgraded this to the next tier. We can't get the next one, because again, we need gold and iron. More workers. We can put the workers back on the carver. Maybe on the tiler. Can't do that one just yet. Tempting to... Actually, just pause the tiler for a moment. Let's get this ruin repaired. 23. Again, we'll have a look. 16, 15, 14, 15, and 18. We're already on the health one. Oh, no, belonging. Alright, so safety and esteem. Oh, you can only get one. Oh, okay. Safety then. Excuse me. Alright, nice. So that's another rune that we just happened upon. That's going to get improved, hopefully. The Stoics are at the gate of your city. More culture points for this. Okay, so I noticed something actually, that these buildings actually cost you culture points. I had no idea. You need culture to build the higher tiers of these kind of buildings. So yeah, kind of interesting. I just didn't know. So that's another reason to kind of bank them before just spending them all on the little buffs and stuff you get. So we could spend 80 right now though. So let's go with 40, 50, and 30. Let's do 50 and 30. Maybe 20 on this one, 30 on that one. Okay, cool. Wonder bonus 16.5. Trust is increased as well. And our wonder is 86 cycles to go. How cool is this? So that's actually our chapter right now, right? It's to order a wonder, build it, and then end the construction. So we're waiting for that. Bearing 4%. I don't know why it says bearing, but okay. Trade routes. How do I know when the caravan's back? Caravan will be back in 20 cycles. Is he back already? I assume so, because it looks like I can do this, yeah. So is that just generating gold for me now? We don't see +1 up there, but I assume so. Generates 1 gold coins of passive income per cycle. So I'm fine with just leaving that now. Okay. Looks like everything's good. Food is back up +78. So we're gaining nicely. We just need to build more stuff. We've got a lot of blueprints, so let's have a look at what we want to do. Any resources that I haven't gotten yet? So we have the brickworks, the tiler. We have all of these. We just haven't upgraded them yet. Culture buildings. Let's see what else we can get. We've got 2 out of 4. A Galma workshop. It does seem like production's pretty good then, if money's not valuable on trade. We need more stone and more workers for the Agalma workshop. 350 attraction. This has got 500 attraction. Wow. Ergasterian. It's a bustling economic center, not just for a district, but for the entire town. Sure, let's just get it. Let me see if I can make an informed decision. So those are all our production districts. Something I'm struggling to see is, I don't know if there's a filter that lets me see where the type of building is, right? So obviously I can do this, right? So this is just, well, what is that? I was going to say, it's clearly X culture, but I don't know what culture it is. That symbol I don't recognize. It's not matching one of these. So let's check one I do know. The pottery workshop's here. Yeah. Oh, so that symbol doesn't actually mean anything. So that's the color, I guess. Okay, so we know that by the color it's the education. Okay, and then there should be a religious one here. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. At least I get it. It might be somewhere on the tooltip. I'm just bad at reading these things. So I assume this symbol means it's a culture building, and then the color represents the culture, and then it obviously says cultural over there. Then we have universal buildings, like the Senate is like a universal building, the Herorum, the improved ancient city center, the Macellum. So these don't have an affiliated culture. So you could build these all central to each other, a lot of attraction, get a lot of people moving in, but they won't necessarily have a district affiliation. Now, this is finished. We got a Mysterium. It's a secretive sanctuary devoted to a deity disclosed solely to chosen initiates and concealed from outsiders. The details of the various ceremonies must remain secret. 450 attraction. Can you believe it? Yeah, seems pretty good. Now, attraction. Look at that. Deep attraction over here. People will definitely be moving in, I think. Alright, so we unlocked that cultural building, the Ergasterion, so we need a little bit more clay. We should get it in another cycle or two. Yeah, we're one cycle away. And we got it. Right, so... so this shows me... So I want to see that... Oh no, it doesn't. I'm still not seeing the type of building. It'd be great to have an overlay that just shows you what the type of building is, isn't it? Wouldn't it? So I suppose we can still do this, though, and work it out. So production, unfortunately, has been really boxed in a way. Maybe somewhere out here. So they'll have a tension with education. We could go far away and just have another pocket of production, but I'd like to kind of somewhat have them together, maybe. Might make sense. What does this one do? How's the production building also? So yeah. Okay. It's actually quite small. Maybe somewhere over here then. Sorry, I don't know why I'm being so picky with this. I'll put it right up next to the road. Satisfactions are all good though, so there's no issues there. Let's see. Looks like his steam might be in need of a boost. Speed up time. Don't think I have to do anything with the factions. The trust is really low on a couple of them. But they'll be okay. Tension makes it, yeah, negative 0.1 each cycle on trust. So we need to do things to boost trust. What can we do to boost it? Of the faction, it varies constantly, as a multitude of different factors can influence it. The choice of destiny, the passing of decrees, the level of cultural influence, the higher the trust of factions from the same culture, the more advantages you'll enjoy while interacting with aspects of the game. Easier to pass decrees, cheaper to buy goods, cheaper to repair buildings. If the trust gauge drops to the last level into the red, the faction retreats into itself. It will close the borders of its district. It will no longer be interactive. If your city is more than 20% of district closed in this way, the inhabitants will take control of the city and defeat will be announced. Alright, so it's quite serious then. Well, we could lower down their tax, maybe, and they're gaining a little bit of trust each cycle. Get them back up to the middle at least. As long as they're in the middle, I guess they're happy enough. Lower their one as well. That's fine by me. We don't need much gold from them, I think. I think we're okay. Gold is fine. And we have lots of abundant resources that we could trade. In fact, let's trade some right now. I say let's trade 81 of this. We're full up on this, so trade 385. What do we need? Well, we were low on clay. We just spent a bunch, so the city is negative gold. Ah, I see. Well, they only have negative gold right now because we haven't met that number. Okay, that's fine. 400. Now they've got loads, right? You'll spend 700. Let's do 200 clay, just to give us a little boost there. Not saying it's the most efficient thing, but just whatever, it's fine. Just empty out our full stocks, make a little trade for clay. Allow us to build something a bit quicker, perhaps. Speaking of, let's just take a look at our buildings. So what else can we do? The Agalma workshop. We need more stone and workers. Proximity buildings, service buildings. We've built all of these. Wonder. We're already building that one. Can you build multiple at the same time? I don't see why not. Statue of Zeus. Here and the statue of Zeus becomes buildable within a radius of 250 meters. Circus Maximus and the Library of Alexandria. Interesting. Yeah, I reckon we should build a second one. We have what we need for it. We just need a little bit more workers. So we could disable a couple buildings while we're waiting for them to come back. Although I've already kind of done that. This just adds attraction. I don't really need that to that area out there. Maybe pause that one. This one added more. 450. This is 500 actually. All right. So the 63 workers. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Why not? So I need to see which districts. Who am I trying to appease most with a wonder, if that even works that way? This one. looks like it was for politics, from what I can tell. Political, military, education, religious, commercial. Why is there no production? Am I crazy? Or do we not get it because we chose production at the beginning of the game? Okay, well, the other one I think we're focusing on is education, so let's do the Library of Alexandria. 2,000 blueprints. It's quite a lot. So the districts for education are all kind of down this way, so maybe somewhere here if we can do it. But it does extend your borders, so maybe we should push out further. Oh yeah, it actually has to be built on the edge, doesn't it? Oh, and this can be built on the forest? Because I felt like that one said it couldn't be. Library of Alexandria. Should have put it out by the water, maybe. Well, that's interesting. We could do it all the way out here then, maybe. Must not be on roads. Oh, there's a road there. Didn't even notice it. Sure. Should we do something like this? Extend it all the way out this way? I don't see why not. You know, we're just kind of playing around with this playthrough, right? It's not super serious. Okay, let's just go there then. Boom. Alright, 200 cycles for that one. Let's speed up time. Another faction, another education faction. They like the Agog Center and the Orangery effect. Orangery? Orangery. So yeah, I guess you could also look at the factions and see like, okay, well, I can build up their trust if we could just find what they like. They like the Khrushchev and the Sassi de Matera. So overall, though, they should be gaining trust, though. If they like that, effect one you get one trust when built. It just gives you one trust when built. That's it. That seems like nothing. That's 10 cycles worth of tension. It's nothing. You'll lose that almost instantly. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. That seems weird. Here's the other thing I want to know. Maybe you get the point 2 if you have these two buildings. The Statue of Zeus and the Mysterium? No, I've only got the Mysterium. What about these guys? Point 1, Ergasterion and the Ceramic Workshop. Well, we just built an Ergasterion, and we have a Ceramic Workshop, so we don't have 2 with them. We've only got 1, so that's not that. How's our traction doing out here now? Yeah, that's good. Alright, food is full again. Although it just took a massive hit. Oh, I guess because it stops producing for a while. Right, ultimately I'm just waiting now for the wonder to finish, 16 cycles, then any workers we get, we'll put them back on the buildings that we can. So we've got 7 workers now. I'd like to get this attraction back up. If we can, that's 23. And then the sand production out here and tiles. Here we go. What the hell's going on back there? Oh, they're like partying. Oh, nice. The world is changing towards a new age. And it's time to change with it. Customs are changing in the region's towns, clothes are adorned with gems, embroidery, and elaborate jewelry, new hairstyles appeared, and new dishes were placed on the tables. Religion changed, and rituals evolved with it, laws are more framed, and civic life differs from previous cycles. You can begin your transition to the Middle Ages. But beware, the buildings will no longer be the same, politics will change, and the demands of your citizens will evolve. Oh, it's spreading. Nice. Look at this. Everyone's super satisfied. We got a party going on. The choices you make will be decisive in shaping the future of your town. Okay, and then evolve with the citizens. Move on to the next age. Chapter 11. Do I have to do that? The remaining cycles of your current age, visible at the bottom, will be added to the cycles of your next age. In this way, the faster you change age, the more cycles you'll benefit from the next one. But I like the Roman era. The Antiquity era. It's my favorite. And I wonder, do we have to wait for that to finish? Will it... Oh, I'm sure it'll just continue, right? Is that it then? Is it time? Is it time to move on? We never built this. Maybe I should do that as one last final thing. We can actually build it right now, so let's do it. The Agalmo Workshop. 3 satisfaction slots. So yeah, we want to build more out this way if we can fit them in, but we can't. Damn these roads. And the wall. Oh, there's a sweet spot in here somewhere. There we go. What if I 180'd it? Sure. Right, what are we lacking now? So this one's on 1900. That's belonging. Belonging. And then all the others are so high, I don't think it really matters. We're flying ahead. It feels like. Some buildings will be affected by the age change. All of them, with the exception of the wonders, will complete their current projects. Cultural buildings will deteriorate and require resources to repair. Okay, so building that cultural building, it just said it's going to deteriorate. It also says all of them, with the exception of the wonders, will complete. So I should wait 141 cycles. We'll just have to deal with it. I'll speed up time until we get to that. And then as soon as that wonder's done, then we'll advance. So this one gives us 600 attraction, 250 radius, bunch of satisfactions, because that's why we're just so far ahead now. That's interesting. So I guess, is it all about how many wonders you can build in every age? It did say something about that at the beginning. Acting on all the wonders of the game. And yeah, we can put more of these cultural touchstones into our thing here. We need 30. Let's do 30 from this. Alright. Wonder bonus 22%, trust bonus 20%. We unlock the decorative building, the platea. Provides a lot of attraction. We need 100 sand. I'm sorry, let's get these people back on these buildings. You can stop the tilery for now. Just build up some sand. These guys are making bricks. We can pause that building. Get this one back up and running, and then sell some of those bricks. They'll buy them for 7.8. Wow, the deals are getting... Oh, I could be wrong. It looks like they're getting better. Those aren't bricks, those are tiles. So we can't sell them. Sparta will buy bricks, so sure. So let's say 76 bricks. And that will gain me 532 coins. 30 cycles till you get back, but you generate 1 gold coin now all the time. So cool. Do I need anything? No, don't think so. Love it. Right, so a carnival, a carnival. That was what's happening in the city right now. Your town's celebrating. The streets are alive with laughter and lively music. Construction of the long-awaited Merville is complete. Everyone is letting everyone know it. What the hell is a Merville? Do they mean the wonder? New senators. Elections have been held and new senators are sitting on the Senate. They were chosen by the population from the various factions based in the districts. Yeah, news is spreading about the new wonder. Faction Dem of Megara wants to join the city here. Ah, so yeah, production faction, absolutely. 0.2 cultural points, love it. But they don't earn very much tax, that's okay. 25 cultural influence. Oh, alright. Time is playing. Let's get everyone back on. So now we've got everyone on the buildings again. So all our population is back doing things. And we could build a platea. That's its attraction bonus, right? It doesn't have an affiliation with any particular culture, I suppose. Maybe just here, just a really dense attraction area. I don't know if it matters. I suppose what we could do is flick this on and see if there's a patch that we needed to fill. We could do it there. But that's a nice big area for a new building. Yeah, I'd say nearby the trader makes sense to me. Maybe it doesn't make sense next to farms. I think, you know, from a realistic point of view, but whatever. Right, 100 cycles left to go for the library. How's our trust doing? Trust is up across the board. They're loving me. We don't mind if they're at tension with each other as long as they're not causing too many issues. City immigration is boosted 100%. Well, that's great. Celebrations, as long as they keep spreading and lasting. And it said it's something about this said they have a higher chance of spreading. Yeah, so there's a negative 33 chance of spreading a positive rally when this faction owns the district. So the tensions do prevent it spreading maybe a little bit. And it increases the chance of negative rallies, which we haven't seen yet. So probably like incidents and things like that. Okay. It actually adds cultural influence by cycle, which is interesting. Yeah, so two of the... It's Sibyl and Collegium Piscatorum are at each other, and the Isle of Man and the Druids of Isle of Man and Sodalites of Mithra. Construction of a new wonder has been completed. Each and every one of our citizens has invested a great deal of effort in this mission. Nice. Alright, speed up time. So this is our wanderers. They can move in and around your town if the city's attraction is too high, but there is no space available. How could there be no space available? Or do you just have to wait for new buildings to go up or something? Oh my god, look at the parties. Absolutely everywhere. I might need to read about population again, because people were talking about immigrants in the comments, and it made sense and everything, but migration cycle between 2 and 5. I thought they were just foreigners, but it seems to be more like homeless. They can move in and around your town if the city's attraction is too high, but there is no space available. Just wish I knew what it meant by space available. Houses. Houses accommodate a certain number of citizens by default, depending on urban planning rules. These rules can be modified later in the Middle Ages. A group of homes is called a district and can adopt culture. Homes may suffer damage. But how do homes get built? They cannot be repaired manually, but other citizens could rebuild them and live there if the place is attractive. Yeah, I assume it's just based on attractive, right? Here we go. All buildings produce positive or negative attraction. The stronger and more positive it in a given location, the more likely residents are to come and build their homes there. Well, there you go. Alright. We can see them popping up here. They'll get settled, I'm sure. We do have a lot of them coming in, I guess because of the immigration. Oh, maybe it's immigration to this specific district, and they've got no more space within there. Number of wanderers, 0. The fact that a district can even have wanderers is a bit confusing to me. Where are they then? Because it all says 0. Maybe they're hanging out in the town center. I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I find myself asking a lot of questions. There's no problem. Everyone's satisfied, so it's fine. Just need to turn them into workers. Got 87 workers not doing anything now. Another faction wants to join the Collegium Lanorium. Lanoriorum. There we go. More culture points. Love it. Yeah, give me more. More trust and bonuses. 750 gold. You need... Oh, no, we only need 400. Let's do 50. 50. 75. Alright, so we are... What's that? 212 away? This number is getting bigger, which seems wrong to me. Because it's like measuring us against the world, but I don't know where the others are in the world. Once this thing is built, though, we'll advance. And we'll see what we've got in our plates. Because we can't get gold or iron yet. And without that, we can't upgrade our farms. Without that, we're only going to be diminishing food. Oh, can we trade for it? No. There's no gold to trade yet. I mean, we could just build another farm, I suppose. What's this? Passage of time. Cycles come and go, and soon your city will have to embark on a period of transition. Many things will change. The political system, new buildings... Ah, that's fine. Yeah, I keep saying our buildings are going to get damaged. I guess they get run down over time or something. They seem okay now, though. Check our districts. That's where our factions are in this new little area we built. Cool, I love this. This is so cool the way it's just like so dynamic. And then at scale, like, yeah, it looks like a little town. I don't know why these guys don't have like nice roofs though. It's like a rundown district compared to the others. And there's a faction there. There's also a faction here. It might be because they're in tension with each other, maybe. Oh, look at the cheers going on. They love me. The wonder is now built. Right next to more farms. But in the future, it'll be all city. I'm sure, 'cause that's how things go. Okay, so that might be it then for this age. Oh, we got our 750. Easy money. We're at number 6 now, though. Maybe we're falling behind. Okay, so let's change age. Towards a new age, please. The end of antiquity. 276 cycles. Oh my god, this is awesome. Look at this. We get a little timeline of what we built. Agrippa Valero. Arretium. Skip the cinematic. Who would do that? I will say it just maybe spends a little long on each building, so we'll just flip through. Love it. It's so neat. The Krushokoyan. And then we found another ruin that was the same. That's awesome. Love it. Cool. Yeah, nice. Do I have to click? I won't click skip. I can't. I just shamed everyone for anyone who clicks that button. In before just repeats. Oh, it does. Alright. Thank you. The Threat of Macedonia, Part 2. And we got some tooltip on the left of me now. When you supported the Greek cities in their defense against the Kingdom of Macedonia, the troops were so galvanized and the battles so grandiose that your common enemies still shudder. But now the Hellenic kingdom formed by the Greek cities is dreaming of conquest. We could strengthen our alliances by striking at the target of the Greek cities, Rome. The advantages are numerous, politically, commercially, and militarily, but on the other hand, who could stop the Greek rulers if not you? No one's going to attack Rome. Not on my watch. You choose to condemn Rome, you lose the Bertigala trade route. But we gain safety and belonging, and unlock the Corinthos trade route. Or we interrupt it, we save Rome. So we lose the Pergamon trade route, but we gain a bunch of resources that we probably can't even hold, and unlock the Roma trade route. Well, I'm obviously just going with that. I don't even need to know what's in the trade route. Antiquity, 74 out of 100. All ages so far, 74 out of 200. That's age 1 out of 4, I guess. End of the age, 10 out of 10. Loved it. Built a wonder, 2 out of 5. Oh yeah, okay. It is about how many you can get. Cultural influence, 6 out of 7. And how urban we became. Downtown, 4 out of 5. I assume that's what that means. Service buildings built. Nice. Cool. I think we did okay. For kind of winging it. Now, it's been hundreds of years since the family has had a notable leader, but hasn't stopped it from remaining in control of the town. To make the best of it, she thought it best to focus on I'm probably just going to go lean into production or trade, but probably just keep going production. Just follow that all the way through. So 1 additional production plan. Don't even know what that means. Unless it's another building. An additional 25 trust boost on production factions. Love it. And 50 gold coins. Well, we get 50 gold coins with everyone. Not depending on... Yeah, exactly. Self-independence. Love it. Oh, you select 2. Knowledge then as well. Yeah. Oh, so it wasn't 4 ages, it's just 4 things we have to do. Erosion of time. The passage of time leaves lasting traces on the city's infrastructure. Some buildings become obsolete, others are abandoned by their owners for various reasons, but not all historical heritage is lost. Select up to 2 buildings to preserve. As nice as this is, I don't want military factions. I'd want to keep the production buildings that we have. Keep them going strong. So all these other buildings are going to fall to ruin. damn, we can only save 2. The Mysterium's pretty cool, just in what it says it is. Alright, I don't really know. Let's just go Mysterium. You know what, I'll tell you what, we will keep that little area for a bit of variety. We'll throw in these religious and military cultures potentially popping up over there. We do have a little bit of religious in the main town, and I'll repair these. I think it said you could do that. Choose your destiny. Mines and quarries harvest an additional resource, or buildings require 15% fewer workers. That one. I struggle for workers. I'm not even going to look at the others. Well, let me just see, because you guys might be into it. I can't unclick it now, actually. Yeah, sorry, it seems to be done. I don't know. Whatever, I'm just going with this one. Buildings require 15% fewer workers. If I did click this... Oh, you're getting the first benefit. I see. The attrition zone. A new blue-tinted construction zone appears called the attrition zone. It brings some disadvantages, depending on the distance. Extended construction time increased. A medieval city center. Right, so it said if I build in the blue, it's a little worse, but I'm guessing too far from downtown or from the Wonder. Oh, we can even build here if we wanted to. Can I check? Yes, I can. These are all the resources. So there's loads of stuff going on over there. A lot of minerals and things here. So stone, forget the stone one. That's not as important to me. Iron is the light bluish color. Gold. And then what's the red? Is it clay? Yeah. There's a nice big open flatland there. That could be good for farms. We could extend out that way and just build farms. There's a lot of iron up at the mountains that way, but there's a bit of everything down here, which is kind of more interesting to me. So I think that's where I'll go. Must be placed outside of dense forest. So, oh, okay. I see the difference, yeah. Where dense forest begins and ends, I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe just somewhere like here. I'll rotate it. And that's close enough that we can just put down 1 or 2 towers, or when this actually levels up, it gets bigger, right? So yeah, somewhere like there's good. Build. That's interesting. I just thought everything would change over here. Oh, these are all the broken buildings now. Ugh. Yikes. Cultural buildings can erode and become damaged due to riots or age changes, negating any benefits they provided and preventing their evolution. For each level of degradation, the repair costs will increase. New age means new downtown. You've chosen to settle here, but will your citizens agree? Now, that can be improved. Can the ancient city center be improved? It can. Check it out. Increased attraction. So, I wonder then does houses that appear here, will they still remain looking ancient or will they look medieval? I don't know. Well, I'd rather repair certain things first if we can. How do I repair it? The building's condition is deteriorated. Okay. Whoa. That's more than we can even hold. 2,800. We can't even store that. Wow. I can't even delete the building either, right? It just says repair. Okay. What about this one? 4,000 clay? Jeez. That seems really punishing. The Agoge Center can be repaired. 945 wood and stone. It's like it really does. Oh, cool, though. It actually looks awesome. It's all overgrown and stuff. But this one. Yeah, it's so much. I guess we can't do it. I don't know how to delete buildings. Maybe they just fall into complete disrepair eventually. Let's get back our ceramic workshop. Why not? It was one of our first things. Maybe we'll try to get that one. And then we'll just... I think the game just wants you to focus then on building your new city, right? That seems to make sense. How are we for food, by the way? -93. Well, that's great. Oh, right, we've got new buildings, of course. So evolving with the times, evolve a cultural building. Well, we need to repair them to do that. Evolve to a castle. Not a castle, a castle. This can't be evolved for some reason. What about out here? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's obviously just the cultural buildings. Okay. That's interesting. There's a lot that's just changed. Cutting count. These resources are the same, but now we've got a small mine. Now we can get gold and iron. Right, well, food is a more pressing concern. So let's do proximity, surveyor's cabin. Let's see this, test this out. Construction time is increased by 130%. Production is reduced 44%. Satisfaction's gain reduced. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Right, let's do a proximity thing. Maybe here. Wow, even that has a negative to building on the edge now. We didn't actually have that before. Must be placed on the periphery of the attrition zone. Oh, it has to be placed out here. Oh, right. Oh, that's cool. Then we can go pretty far. I guess the iron was over there, so if we just place it somewhere like here, that'd be good. Once that's done, we'll put down a small farm in between. And I don't know if it's going to work this way, but hopefully as we extend our borders, the attraction stuff will go up rather than being at negative 73% like it says now, or 73% of what it could be. Basically, I'm just asking if, when we put the building down, is it locked in with what it gets based on how far it was, or as this spreads out, then, and the safety zone increases, do we get those, do the negatives go away? I hope so. So we have to get our city center to level 2 now. So to do that, we need 2,500 people. We're at 2,100. We need 485 rubble. So that's the only thing we're lacking. Okay. I can't remember how to get more storage. I remember when we first encountered that problem, it said build this. It's a large storehouse. But I assume you just need to get the next version of that. And that was a service building. Whoops, sorry, wrong button. This one. Yeah, we don't know about it yet, I don't think. Got a new culture building, though, a ropery. Often in the center of working class neighborhoods, the ropery is used daily to make and buy a variety of ropes. Boat captains are main customers, but citizens also buy nets, ties, and baskets. Oh, now it makes sense what evolution meant. Okay, cool. This is so cool. I love just finding new mechanics in games. So interesting. Right, so we've extended there. Food is just about to completely die, so I could go even right here, I suppose, but just to be safe, I want to use all this area as best as I can, so somewhere like there, please. Actually, even further up would be good, just away from the town, because it does cause a malice. 10.9 workers, that's where things get a little crazy, but yep. Evolve a cultural building. Yeah, I know, food. We can always buy food, I suppose. So this is still being repaired. I wonder, did the repairs get more expensive or cheaper over time? Or not change at all? What the hell is that? It looks like a little truck. Oh, it's a wagon. Looks like a little white lorry. A faction wants to join you. Just accept them all for now. You can banish them for a cost and then have to deal with it later. Alright, let's just speed up time. Let's get in the... Right, let's just buy some food, I suppose, right? We've got a lot of money. Just get a little bit of food going. So we have the Roma trade route. They're loving us because we tried to protect them. We can sell gold leaves to Rome. And we can buy iron, gold, sand, rubble, and food. Food's cheap. It's only 1 per unit. So give me, I don't know, 250? Hopefully that... I didn't actually check what our burn rate was. Oh my god, it's negative 121. What the hell? And it's gone. And it's gone. Oh my god. I am playing on double speed, but jeez. That was quick. Now we have to wait before... How long until Rome allows trade? 25 cycles? Okay, it won't be too long before we can trade with them again. Wow, I've never seen money just disappear so fast. Now, we can also do our upgrade now. We'll wait for 1 cycle. There we go. Right, improve it. As soon as possible, I want to unlock that blueprint to get those farms improved even more. Because food is a big problem, right? So here, we need gold for that. So, next obvious thing, build the mine, get gold going, and iron, and then be able to upgrade our food. That's the goal. See if we can do that before the end of the episode. Oh my god, actually, the amount of time has gone by. I'll have to wrap it up in a moment. In fact, what a shame, but yeah, we'll probably have to wrap it up there. So, oh look though, our little town is expanding. A little medieval town. The fall of Constantinople. An out-of-breath messenger brings you worrying news. The Ottomans are besieging the Byzantines in Constantinople, while the Timurids are threatening towns close to the Ottoman borders. Your advisors recommend that you inform the Byzantines of their advantage in attacking the besiegers. You can also negotiate with the Ottomans in exchange for your support against Constantinople or strengthen your defenses to avoid war. Each decision could compromise the alliances your family has with both nations. Well, iron and steel, straight up, if we barricade ourselves. We are doing a little bit of an isolationist type playthrough, so maybe we'll just lean into that. 1,000 food, though, looks pretty good, although that would burn away in 10 cycles right now. So I don't even know if it really matters. So we're not supporting neither, and just go with ourselves, but somehow that gives us iron and steel. Steel as well, seems like it's pretty good to get this early, so yep, let's go with it. Alright, 9 cycles and then that's definitely it. The parades are still going on, by the way, which is awesome. Love it. And we are still waiting for our farms to be upgraded. How bad is it? -1, 2, 3. This got really bad really quickly, didn't it? I assume it's just when this was set up we got a boost of population and then that's just eating food like crazy. Right, so the ceramic workshop is done. It needs to be evolved, but we need stone to do that. We're lacking a little bit of stone. And it becomes a stoneware workshop. Cool. Now that tooltip there is black. I wonder, is it still a production-focused building? We could also improve the town center right now. Get 300 attractions out of 250. Okay, well, I'll look over some of these options. That's going to have to be it for today's video. There'll be another one, hopefully really quickly, because I'm probably just going to record another one straight away. I'm just having fun. Want to do more. So that's going to have to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to consider subscribing to the What Darren Plays City Builder channel. If you want to see more games like this, you want to see Anno, Frostpunk, City Skylines, perhaps, could come back. Things like that are going to be all over there. And what's going to be on the main channel is probably just going to be Satisfactory for a while. As that's hitting its 1.0 release, and then other games that kind of fit Satisfactory more closely. Alright, that's going to have to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.